I thought my girlfriend was ashamed of me. I didn't realize she was afraid of what I'd remember. I found this Reddit comment late at night while scrolling without thinking, and I almost skipped it because it sounded like another generic relationship post. That sentence bothered me enough to click. My name is Jake. I'm 24 years old, and this happened last year. My girlfriend, Lily, was 21 when we met. We dated for almost 11 months, and for most of that time, I believe we had one of those quiet, healthy relationships people don't talk about online because nothing dramatic ever happens. She was affectionate, supportive, emotionally present, and genuinely kind. She remembered small details about me that even I forgot, like how I took my coffee or which songs I skipped in the car. My friends liked her. My parents trusted her. From the outside, everything looked stable. The only thing that ever bothered me was how careful she was about her past. Lily hated old photos. Not just hers, mine too. If I pulled up pictures from high school or early college, she'd casually suggest we do something else. She never asked directly, never panicked, just gently redirected the moment like it didn't matter. At first, I thought she was insecure or didn't like nostalgia. Plenty of people are like that. But then I noticed something stranger. She remembered things about my life that I had no memory of telling her. She once asked me if I still hated the scar on my knee from that stupid night by the river. I laughed and asked what she was talking about. She froze for half a second before saying I must have mentioned it once while drunk. The problem was, I didn't have a scar on my knee. Things like that kept happening. Small comments. Specific details. Memories that didn't belong to me, or at least didn't feel like they did. Whenever I questioned her, she'd apologize immediately and say she must have mixed something up. She never argued, never gaslit me, never acted suspicious. That almost made it worse, because there was nothing to accuse her of. The real shift happened when I suggested we meet her family. We'd been together long enough, and it felt natural. The moment I brought it up, her entire demeanor changed. She didn't get angry or emotional. She got controlled, calm in a way that felt rehearsed. She told me her family wasn't an option. No holidays, no visits, no introductions. Ever. When I asked why, she said something that sounded reasonable at the time. They wouldn't be good for you. That answer stuck with me longer than it should have. A month later, Lily invited me to help her move apartments. While carrying boxes, one of them broke open. Inside were old notebooks, documents, and a folder with my name written on it. Not her name. Mine. Inside the folder were printed photos of me. Not recent ones. Old ones. Some from college parties I barely remembered. Some from places I didn't recognize at all. There were notes too. Dates. Locations. Short observations written in careful handwriting. Things like, Jake doesn't remember this. Ask him later if it comes back. Still no reaction. My hands were shaking by the time she walked back into the room. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse her of stalking me. I just asked her one question. Do you know me from before? She sat down slowly and nodded. Then she told me the truth. 2 years before we started dating, I'd been in a serious accident. Head trauma. Hospital stay. Months of recovery. What she didn't say at first was that she'd been there the whole time. She wasn't my girlfriend back then. She was my roommate's sister. We'd spent months around each other. Late nights. Long conversations. Almost something more, but never crossed the line. When I got into the accident, she was the one who stayed when everyone else faded out. When I recovered, I didn't remember her. Doctors called it selective memory loss. Emotional memories gone. Faces erased. She told herself it was fine, that she'd move on. Then, almost a year later, we met again by coincidence. And she realized I didn't recognize her at all. Instead of telling me the truth, she made a choice. She decided to let me fall in love with her again, without the weight of what I'd forgotten. She told herself she was protecting me, that if I remembered everything, it would break me. So she watched. She waited. She kept notes, not to control me, but to see if the old version of me ever came back. I asked her why she never told me. She said, because I wasn't afraid you'd leave me. She paused before finishing the sentence. I was afraid you'd remember why you already did. I ended the relationship a week later, not because she lied, but because I realized something terrifying. The version of me she loved the most might not exist anymore, and neither of us knew whether that was a loss or a mercy.